The galaxy was not silent. It was screaming. Alien fleets surrounded the human colonies like dark clouds covering the sun. Ships of every shape and size hovered in orbit, weapons charged, ready to destroy everything humans had built. Every colony's communication lines were dead. No signal of resistance, no call for help. Only silence. Every alien commander believed it was over. Humans were finished. Weak. Unprepared. Hopeless. On the bridge of a distant observation station, a group of aliens discussed the final stages of the attack. "These humans are primitive," said Commander Vroth, a tall, gray-skinned alien with eyes like black mirrors. "They fight like children. This is the end of their species." "Do we need to wait?" asked another, smaller alien. "The signals are gone. Their fleets are nothing. The colonies will fall easily." "Yes," Vroth replied, his voice cold. "By the time they realize, it will be too late." Far below, hidden in the shadows of the station, a young human scout named Kai watched. Kai's dark hair fell into his eyes, and his fingers moved quickly over a small console, analyzing signals picked up from the enemy. The human colonies had lost contact with him days ago, but he had managed to stay hidden. Kai had always been different. While others panicked or hid, he studied the enemy. He noticed patterns in the alien communication signals, small, subtle patterns that no one else saw. At first, they seemed normal. Random messages sent between ships, movements across the galaxy, standard military chatter. But Kai's trained eyes caught a flaw. Something about the signals seemed too predictable. He leaned closer to the screen. "This doesn't make sense," he muttered to himself. "Why would they send the same patterns over and over? Why would they move in such a straight line?" Kai realized that the aliens were repeating their tactics, over and over, blindly, without any change. A simple trick and the entire fleet could be trapped. But there was a problem. He had no way to warn anyone. Every colony had been cut off, every human ship destroyed or captured. If he acted too early, he would be alone, an easy target for the alien patrols. Still, Kai could not sit idle. He moved to the observation deck and looked at the galaxy. Hundreds of alien ships glided like predators over the human colonies. Flames and explosions dotted the planets below, showing the destruction that had already begun. He clenched his fists. "They think humans are finished. They don't know what we are capable of." As he watched, he noticed another pattern. Alien ships communicated with each other using a frequency humans could detect, but they assumed no one was listening. They were careless, overconfident. Kai's mind raced. If he could decode the frequency fully, he might be able to interfere with their coordination. Just a small disturbance, a tiny glitch, and the aliens could make mistakes. Mistakes that humans could exploit. But time was running out. Alien patrols were already scanning nearby sectors. One wrong move, and Kai would be captured, or worse. He turned to his console and started typing rapidly. Data streamed across the screen, alien signals rearranged, decoded, analyzed. Every second felt like a minute. Every minute felt like an hour. Suddenly, a loud beep echoed through the station. A small alien ship had entered the sector. Its sensors could detect life forms. Kai's heart pounded in his chest. He ducked behind a control panel, barely breathing. The ship hovered outside the observation window. Its sensors scanned the area. Kai knew it could see him if he moved too quickly. His mind worked fast. He could hide, wait for it to leave. But that might take hours. Hours humans didn't have. Then an idea struck him. He could use the alien communication frequency to create a distraction, a short signal, just enough to confuse the sensors. It would give him a chance to escape. Kai activated the console. A small pulse shot into the network, tiny but precise. The alien ship shuddered, its sensors flickering. The crew inside cursed and tried to fix it, but the signal disappeared as suddenly as it appeared. Kai exhaled slowly. "It worked," he whispered. "Just a little, enough to survive." But survival was only the first step. The bigger problem remained. How could humans strike back? How could they turn the tables when the colonies were destroyed, the fleets broken, and communication gone? Kai stared at the stars. Each dot of light could be a human colony, or a graveyard, and somewhere among those stars the aliens believed their victory was certain. He smiled faintly. They are wrong, he said to himself. They always are. Kai had discovered the flaw in the alien fleets, a flaw no one else had noticed, a flaw that could change everything, and now he had a choice. Wait for the humans to return or act alone. Act alone. And risk everything. The galaxy was silent for a moment. Then, without warning, a massive alien ship fired its cannons at a distant human colony. Flames exploded across the surface. Smoke rose into space. Kai's eyes narrowed. It's time, he muttered. They think this is the end. They are about to see the beginning. He turned back to his console, fingers ready. The unexpected war had begun. And for the first time in weeks, Kai felt hope. The galaxy was still in chaos. Alien fleets surrounded human colonies, and the skies burned with explosions. Every human settlement had been attacked. The few survivors were hiding, scattered across the stars. Most thought humanity was finished, but not all humans had given up. On the remote planet of Nova Prime, hidden in a rocky canyon, a small group of humans huddled in a secret bunker. The walls were thick with metal and stone, designed to survive even the heaviest bombardment. Their leader, an older man named Admiral Rin, looked at a holographic map of the galaxy. The images of destroyed colonies made him frown. We are down, he said quietly. But we are not defeated. Next to him, Kai, the young scout from the observation station, paced back and forth. His mind was still racing from the patterns he had discovered in the alien fleets. The aliens are careless, he said. They follow the same tactics every time. They believe humans are weak. They will make mistakes. Admiral Rin raised an eyebrow. And you plan to exploit that? Kai nodded. Yes, but we need more than tricks. We need power. We need something they cannot predict. Admiral Rin studied him. Then, he did something unexpected. He pressed a sequence on the holographic console. A section of the map zoomed in on a hidden location in the mountains. There is something old here, he said. Something humans built long ago before the first alien threat. It was a weapon designed for the worst of times. Kai's eyes widened. A weapon? But the records say it was deactivated, lost. Not lost, Rin said. Hidden. Waiting for the day humans truly needed it. The humans moved quickly. They traveled in small stealth ships, avoiding alien patrols, hiding in asteroid fields, and jumping between remote jump points. Every step was dangerous. One wrong move and the aliens would find them and destroy everything. As they approached the mountains, the surface scanners showed something unusual, a massive structure buried beneath layers of rock. It was not a colony, not a station, but a hidden weapon facility. Its design was strange, almost alien, but built by humans long ago. Kai felt a thrill of hope. This is it, he whispered. This is what we've been waiting for. Inside the facility, the air smelled of metal and dust. Ancient machinery hummed quietly, waiting for power. Humans moved carefully, activating consoles and examining panels. The weapon had been sealed for centuries, its purpose forgotten by most. But Kai and Admiral Rin understood. This weapon is unlike anything the aliens have faced, Rin said. It can manipulate energy, create fields that disrupt ships and strike fleets before they even see it coming. Kai's mind raced. If we can get this working, we could turn the tables. We could strike before they even know we are here. But activating the weapon was not simple. Ancient security codes protected every system. Kai worked quickly, using his knowledge of alien signals to bypass the locks. Each sequence was dangerous. One mistake, and the weapon could overload, destroying the facility and everyone inside. Hours passed. Sweat dripped from Kai's forehead. His hands moved faster than ever. Finally, a green light flashed across the main console. The weapon was online. A low hum filled the chamber, vibrating through the walls. Humans stared at it, awestruck. Rin spoke quietly, almost in disbelief. "We have the power now, but we cannot waste it." Kai nodded. "We wait for the right moment. The aliens are coming. They will make a mistake. And then, we strike." Outside, the skies were still filled with alien ships. The humans watched through hidden sensors as the fleets moved in formation, confident and blind to the trap being set beneath them. Suddenly, one of the scouts called out, "Commander, one of the fleets is changing course. They are heading toward the planet. Sensors show they are scanning for hidden activity." Admiral Rin clenched his fists. "They suspect something. Prepare defenses, but do not fire unless I give the order." Kai stared at the view screen. "They are moving too fast. We may not have much time." In the shadow of the mountains, humans worked tirelessly. The weapon hummed louder, energy building, waiting for the command to strike. Every human knew the risk. If they failed, it would mean the end of humanity. Hours passed, and the alien fleet moved closer. But Kai noticed something else. A pattern in their formation, almost like the ones he had seen from the observation station. Repetitive. Predictable. "They are following the same routine," he said, pointing at the screen. "This is it. They will make a fatal mistake." Rin nodded slowly. "Then we are ready." The galaxy was tense. After the humans' clever attacks and strategic victories, alien fleets had retreated, but only temporarily. Rumors spread through the stars the humans were not weak. They were dangerous. And now, the aliens were bringing their most powerful commander to personally end the threat once and for all. Commander Vroth, massive and imposing, boarded his flagship. His black eyes glinted with fury as he stared at the holographic map of the human positions. "I will destroy them myself," he growled. "No more tricks, no more hiding. Humanity will end today." Far below, in the hidden command base on Nova Prime, Kai and Admiral Rin studied the approaching fleet. Hundreds of ships moved in formation, engines glowing like fire across the void. This was the strongest attack humans had faced yet. "They are coming faster than we expected," Kai said. His fingers danced across the console. "Vroth is leading them personally. If we are caught unprepared..." "It's over," Rin nodded. "We have one chance, one plan. We cannot meet them head-on. We have to be smarter," Kai smiled grimly. "We've been smarter all along. Humans prepared their defenses. Fighters readied for stealth maneuvers, and the hidden weapon in the mountains hummed with energy, ready for another strike. But the real strategy would not rely solely on brute force. It would rely on cunning. The humans deployed decoys first. Fake signals made the alien fleet believe there were human ships scattered across the system. Small drones emitted fake energy readings, mimicking the presence of large warships. Alien sensors picked up the decoys and reported back to Vroth. "Split the forces," Vroth commanded. "Surround them from all sides." There is no escape, but Kai had anticipated this. The humans did not split. They waited in hidden positions. The aliens had fallen for the trap. "Now," Kai whispered. He activated the hidden weapon. Energy surged across the battlefield, targeting engines and shields of the forward alien ships. Chaos erupted instantly. Ships spun out of control, firing blindly. Collisions tore through the enemy fleet. The decoys had drawn the aliens into vulnerable positions. "Attack!" Rin shouted. Human fighters darted from behind asteroids and moons, striking at crippled ships. Every move was precise. Every strike timed perfectly. Vroth realized his fleet was in disarray. "Impossible!" he roared. "How can these humans..." But it was already too late. Kai's team had found a flaw in the alien formation. A gap between Vroth's flagship and the rest of his fleet left the command ship vulnerable. If the humans could exploit it, they could force Vroth to retreat or destroy him. Kai coordinated a small squadron of stealth fighters. They darted through the chaos, moving like shadows, weaving between explosions and debris. Their target, the alien flagship. "Hold steady," Kai whispered over the comms. "Timing is everything." The flagship's defenses were strong, but humans had an advantage: surprise and precision. Energy beams from hidden weapons struck the ship's shields repeatedly, weakening its structure. Froth's crew scrambled, but the humans were relentless. Explosions rocked the flagship. Alarms blared. Froth's massive form appeared on the command deck, furious and desperate. "They cannot be here. This is impossible." Kai's squadron struck again, targeting the engines. The flagship faltered, losing speed and mobility. The rest of the alien fleet, already confused and damaged, could not support it. The tide had turned. The humans, once cornered and desperate, were now in control. Froth realized this too late. The remaining alien ships began retreating, broken and demoralized. On the ground, survivors watched the skies. The humans had done the impossible. A species that was supposed to be finished had struck back, clever and daring, forcing even the most powerful alien commander to retreat. Admiral Rin smiled, but did not relax. "This victory is ours. For now," he said. "But Vroth will return stronger and smarter. We must be ready." Kai looked at the retreating fleet. "They underestimated humans," he said quietly. "Again. But every time they do, it costs them more. And we are learning faster than they can adapt." The hidden weapon powered down slowly, but its presence remained a threat in the alien minds. Humanity had shown that even when facing the strongest enemy, intelligence, cunning, and courage could turn despair into victory. Kai turned to Rin. "We've turned the tide, but the war isn't over. The aliens will come back. We have to be ready for the next move, and it will be even worse." Rin nodded. "Then we keep fighting smarter. Every battle, every tactic, every decision counts. That is how humans survive and win." Kai looked at the stars, now quiet after the chaos. The galaxy had changed. Humans had proven that even the most overwhelming enemy could be challenged and defeated with ingenuity and courage. And though the war was far from over, hope had returned. Humanity was alive. Humanity was clever. And humanity would fight, again and again, until the galaxy understood that humans were not a species to be underestimated. The unexpected war was far from over. But tonight, humans had turned the tide. The galaxy held its breath. After countless battles, retreats, and clever strategies, humans had proven themselves. Alien fleets, once confident and mocking, were scattered and broken. Worlds that had believed humanity was finished now trembled at the sight of the survivors' strength. On Nova Prime, Kai and Admiral Rin stood before the command console, watching the remaining alien ships flee into deep space. Smoke and fire still rose from distant colonies, but for the first time in cycles, hope glimmered. "They never expected this," Kai said quietly. "They thought humans were weak, finished, and yet here we are." Rin nodded, eyes scanning the stars. "It is not just our weapons. It is our minds. Every decision, every plan, every tactic, it has made the difference. Humans are unpredictable, and that is our greatest strength." But the humans did not celebrate. They knew the aliens would not forget this defeat. Commander Vroth and other alien leaders would adapt, rebuild, and return with even greater force. Every victory came with risk, and the war was far from over. Kai turned to the screens, analyzing the fleeing fleets. They are retreating, but the damage is immense. Their communication networks are disrupted. Their ships are broken. Entire squadrons may take cycles to rebuild. Rin placed a hand on Kai's shoulder. "And that is why we must act wisely. Humans have shown their power, but the galaxy is watching. We have sent a message. Humanity is not to be underestimated." From hidden sensors, they monitored the alien capitals. Panic and confusion rippled through alien civilizations. News of the humans' cunning strikes spread like fire, shaking the confidence of even the strongest leaders. The galaxy was learning slowly that the species they had mocked for generations could change everything. Kai smiled faintly. "We've proven something important. Not just that we survive, but that we can lead, that we can make the impossible possible." Rin nodded. "Yes, and that is why we must remain vigilant. The aliens will recover. They will strike again. But we are not the same humans they once underestimated. Every battle has made us stronger, smarter, faster." The command console beeped suddenly. A transmission arrived, not from humans, but from an alien scout vessel that had survived the attacks. Its message was simple, almost fearful. "We underestimated you. Humanity is not weak." Kai and Rin exchanged glances. Humanity's reputation was changing across the stars. Where once humans were mocked, now their name inspired caution. Where once fear ruled human colonies, hope now burned brightly. "We've changed the rules of this war," Kai said. "They expected a quick victory. They expected us to fall quietly. But humans do not fall quietly. Rin looked at the stars, the remains of alien fleets drifting in the void. They will return, he said. Stronger, smarter, but we will be ready. Humans have learned something vital. We do not fight alone, and we do not fight without thinking. Our strength is in our unity, our courage, and our mind. Kai turned back to the holographic display, tracing the paths of alien retreats. They may rebuild, but it will take cycles. By then, humans will be ready for anything. We have proven that we can survive, and that we can win. The stars were quiet once more, but the galaxy itself seemed different. Humans had survived the unthinkable. They had outsmarted overwhelming odds, and they had sent a message across space that no species could ignore. Humans are unpredictable, intelligent, and powerful. On Nova Prime, Kai looked at the horizon. The sky, once dark with alien domination, now held the light of distant stars and the promise of new battles. We changed everything, he whispered. And this is only the beginning. Rin nodded. Yes, humanity has risen from near extinction to legend. The galaxy will remember tonight. And when the next threat comes, we will face it with the knowledge that we are not weak. We are human, and we are unstoppable. As the last alien ships disappeared into the void, the humans prepared for what lay ahead. The war was far from over, but hope, courage, and ingenuity had rewritten the rules. Humanity had survived the impossible, and the galaxy would never underestimate them again. The unexpected war was complete, for now. But one truth remained. Humans had changed everything.